Yo, what is good, Holocult? It is Wednesday. You know what that means. This is the night shift, the live show, where apparently we don't do enough research for. Ha! But welcome. It's Wednesday, halfway through the week. We're here to help get you through that last little push. Hope everybody's doing good.
It's been some wild weather this past week. Lots of storms and high wind.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts. It was like, I don't know, what was it, like 86 Monday? It's supposed to be like 39 for a low this weekend. Good old Illinois.
Yep.
Good old Illinois.
Yep. It's a special place.
That's a fact. I did see a lot of tornadoes everywhere. I saw tornadoes in Iowa, tornadoes in Ohio. Hope everybody's safe from the twisters.
It probably is weather manipulation.
I hope so.
I'm not ruling anything out anymore.
I hope so.
Agreed.
Oh. Well, what's been going on, Hollow Cult? I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here before I go through my hit the like button spiel. But for those of you that are in here, please feel free. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
Did not hear about the 150-mile-an-hour winds. That's crazy fast.
That is fast. Oh, I did see that Boston Dynamics robot. I actually just saved a video of it to pop on the old TikTok. It's creepy, and I don't like it.
And Dubai drowned itself.
Yeah.
I didn't see that either.
They got like 2 years worth of rain in 6 hours. They said it was
That's
due
not
to
good.
cloud seeding. It just opened the fucking gates. There's videos of dudes riding jet skis through downtown Dubai.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's one of them things. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. It's nuts. There's videos of the airport. The planes are trying to take off and the water's like up in the engines and shit.
That would terrify me.
My
That makes me
adventures.
be extremely mad.
Yeah. Coming in from the UK, 2 a.m.
That's
Damn, thanks.
crazy. That's
Thanks for
dedication.
hanging out. Yeah, this Boston Dynamics robot is fucking weird.
Which one is it? Is it the one where it eats people?
Oh, this is the one where like I said, brand new one they just dropped today, and the legs like turn inside out to get itself to stand up.
That's
It
weird.
moves gross. I don't like it.
It's weird. 'Cause I've been seeing a lot of videos of the one that eats people.
Like in real life,
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah.
I'll send you this video real quick. Its legs like roll.
I know that I heard Rogan talk about the robot eater a long time ago, but I just recently started seeing videos of it pop up, and it's definitely not cool.
No, they're getting closer and closer to the takeover. Which at this point, I'm here for it. Send it. It's whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad. Yeah, that is weird. It looks like the next installment from Apple. Is what it looks like.
How it comes like directly at the camera.
Yeah. The head just reminds me of like an Apple Watch.
Terminator Apple Watch.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the one robot, it's like the old school mule ones they made. But if you're laying on the ground, it'll come up behind to your head, and it's got like a little ramp, and it just kind of like sucks you into it. And I don't know if it's got like wood chipper function or whatever it's got going on in there, but I
Yeah.
remember on Rogan they were talking about it, uh, like essentially powering itself on what they call that biological
Souls.
material.
Oh. That's
So I think they were essentially going to use it on the battlefield.
why
Don't ask me.
we are
That's going
not
to
a
make people
species.
mad.
We are not a species that's meant to survive.
No,
Why do we create these things?
no.
It's just going to make it worse and worse and worse.
I meant to look into the article about CERN witnessing phantoms or something like that. I meant to dive into that a little more, but I have just had zero freaking time. It has been insanely miserable time wise of late. Just way too much going on. But yeah, there's an article about CERN seeing phantoms. I'm assuming it was over this last fire up, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't got around to that one yet, Twiz. The Graham Hancock one.
See him fight a nerd.
Yeah, right. The Boston Dynamics is definitely going to implement those into the military without question. And if they don't, they're going to be forced to.
Yeah. Let's trust the giant robotics company to be humanitarians. All right.
Damn, that's a long one. 4 hours. I'll have to check it out.
My attention span doesn't last that long.
Mine does, as long as it's good. I saw another video of a dude found a massive temple under his farm. It's pretty wild.
That's dope.
Yeah. Dude was talking about finding temples like this all over the place.
I wish we could find a temple.
It would definitely be cool.
I'm here for it.
I'd 100% go into it.
Yeah, same. Be full of Lamborghinis.
But I'm sure they keep those locations super tight-lipped.
It's not like the military has massive budgets for people eating robots. Yeah.
Well, they definitely do.
I saw this week everybody was talking about this Antarctic anomaly in the ocean off the coast of Africa. I posted some videos up of it on old TikTok, and they got quite a big response. But the videos of something huge, it's like the size of Texas, comes up from Antarctica. It's under the water because they're monitoring it through a wave system, right? Keeps track of how high the waves are down in the ocean. Most of them are like, I don't know, 4 to 6 meters high. Not crazy. Whatever this thing is registering waves at 25 meters, 26, 27, like 85-foot tall waves the size of Texas in this one spot, just moving up the coast. And nobody knows what it is. People have speculated that it's like some iceberg that broke off that nobody can find. Maybe an earthquake underwater, like a fault line. People have speculated like the underground UFO that they talk about in the Atlantic Ocean. It kind of moves up the coast. And it's weird, but right off the rip, the whatever uh scientific industry or whatever the fuck that monitors the waves immediately like, "It's a glitch. Don't worry about it. It's a glitch."
Of
People
course.
start digging. They find another one almost exactly the same, but the waves are a little bit smaller, like 54 feet high. That happened in February. It's like, "Oh, this happened twice? Like, something the fuck is going on down there."
Yeah, I
But
did see. I saw those videos have been all over Instagram, and I did see a lot of people saying that it was a glitch.
yeah, well, people dug up another one from February, which is not exactly the same, but it's very similar. And now they're like, "Well, how often does this glitch happen? Why is it just getting caught now?" On
Oh,
a s
you know it. You know they know what it is. They've already sent people out to check that shit out a long time ago.
and people have been, like, trying to get a hold of people on the coast of South Africa and stuff to see if these giant ass waves came in, and they can't, like, 80-foot wave is a big wave,
Yeah.
and they can't, get a hold of anybody. Well, everybody they talk to, they're like, "No, it's just been regular. It's been normal." They can't figure out what the fuck this thing is. And then on the flip side of that, um, right after people were talking about that, like 2 days later, there was a buoy off the coast of Chile, which is off, like, South America, and it went into tsunami warning mode, like an event mode, and this buoy dropped, like, 2,000 meters, right? Maybe 2,000 feet, I don't know which one, just sinking into the ocean. So people are like, "Maybe it's a megalodon. Maybe it got eaten." But they didn't confirm anything on that either. They're like, "It probably just malfunctioned and sank. Don't worry about it."
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be a typical response. Just like weather balloon.
Yeah.
It's all just malfunctions and misunderstandings. That's all.
Yeah. I thought, "Oh, shit. If that thing got eaten and something's dragging it down the bottom of the ocean, that would be sick."
It'd have to be something pretty damn big.
There was also another weird humanoid light anomaly off of, it was filmed in Sequoia National Park. It I don't know what it is. Kinda looks like a giant silver humanoid balloon, but it moves weird. Like, you can see it, you can watch it extend its arm out and bring it back in. It's bizarre, just floating through the middle of the sky.
I think I saw that video, actually.
It's pretty weird.
Maybe that's what Brother John saw today. He called me and said that he saw something strange in the sky this morning.
Dang, did you get a video, Brother John?
No, he said he tried, and then it was as when he reached for his phone and looked back, it was gone.
Damn it.
'Cause I was like, "Why didn't you get abducted by that thing?"
Yeah, chase it.
He's like, "Well, it's too far away, or else I definitely would have tried. Because anywhere's better than here."
Whenever I see weird lights in the sky, I just automatically give it the finger.
Yeah,
Abduct me or go home.
yeah. I thought I saw
Yeah.
weird lights in the sky the other night, but I wasn't completely sure because I was driving, so I didn't want to keep staring and possibly wreck.
I get that. I get
And
that.
they kind of look like stars, but they also kind of made me feel weird. And then I
Did you
didn't
try
notice on the way back.
giving them a finger?
No, I was busy driving.
10 and 2.
Yeah,
Responsible.
somebody's got to be.
Yeah. I saw
Everybody else isn't.
what else? I saved a bunch of videos. The Antarctica anomaly, both of them I got saved and posted on the talk. The weird ass um, silver balloon being I posted up. Oh, there was another one, this weird video of these like blue lights, right? Over the Delaware River. It almost looks like a string of oh, LED lights, like blue LED lights is connected to a drone, it looks like. And it
Hmm.
kind of just dips itself down into the Delaware River. And I'm like, all right, that's weird, but that's like you can't see any drone connected to it or anything. It just looks like a string of lights. So as I'm looking into it, um, another person sent the exact same thing that was filmed in Arizona a couple weeks ago. It's just blue string of lights riding around. Um, I realized I shared a TikTok video on it a couple years back where the same thing was recorded on somebody was standing on the coast of Hawaii. This thing, just a string of blue lights dipping down into the ocean. It's
That's weird.
yeah, strange. Don't know what it is, but also weird.
It's definitely strange. A lot of strange things. My wife thought she saw somebody in the house the other night.
That's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, she hurried up and came outside where I was and told me about it. And she's like, "I thought it was you that walked behind me," because she's like, "I could clearly see someone behind me, and it was taller than the kids, so I thought it was you. But when I looked back, it wasn't you. There was nobody there. And then I came out here, and this is where you are." I'm like, "Yeah, it definitely wasn't me."
That is strange. That's a shitty feeling.
Yeah, it's really just whatever at this point.
Yeah. Like I got the weird shadow thing in here that does the same thing all the time, which at this point doesn't really catch me off guard anymore. But when me and Brandon were living together and we saw the whole ass person walk around the corner, like jeans, white t-shirt, walk around, and then we went down there to check it out and there was nobody there. Like it's a bizarre feeling.
I think my wife said that the person was dressed in white too.
That's weird.
I don't fully recall, but I think she said they were dressed in white. Like she saw a white shirt or something.
Look at that. A bunch of people have weird shit going on this week. Rosemary said that happened to me at the gym the other day. Ninja said I had a weird week for me too.
That's strange.
It is strange.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Making their appearance. We have had a lot of people reaching out to us being like, hey, we feel like you guys are dabbling in some bad shit. But it's kind of been like a normal thing for us. That's not the first
Yeah.
time
No.
that this is like we keep getting warned by people.
Nope. No, not at all.
Kind of a common theme throughout the podcast.
Yeah. I had completely forgotten about the people dressed in white. I'll have to see if she can elaborate more on that.
I had a dream I got stabbed.
That sucks.
That's not paranormal, but I normally don't remember my dreams. But I did remember that.
I think I kind of had a dream about that yesterday.
That you stabbed me?
No,
Mm.
I can't remember it all the way, but it definitely rings bells with me. 'Cause I remember
Yeah,
having a dream about one of my coworkers, and I know we got into it, and I'm pretty sure one of us stabbed each other. I don't remember which one it was, but
it's weird. That's weird timing.
it is weird.
Ninja had a dream he got stabbed too. I don't know who was stabbing me, but I remember looking down and being like, "Oh damn, I'm
Oh,
stabbed."
I just had a brain recovery. You remember that poster that went around? Have you seen this man?
Yeah.
That poster. I
Yeah.
saw a video of that actual dude the other day.
He's a
Because everybody thought it was like you look into it and it says it was just a massive psyop, like it was just a big thing that somebody made up.
yeah, like a art
No,
project.
like there's clear video of this dude. Like there's this girl being interviewed on TV and he just stops behind her and awkwardly like smiles and stares into the camera.
Tulpa, egregore. We
It was
created him.
something. It
Think
was
how many
something.
people put intent into that thing. That's a weird phenomenon because like thousands and thousands of people recognize that dude.
Yeah.
That essentially somebody just made up, which is strange. Strange that something like that resonates with people from all different walks. Yeah, they did make a movie out of it with Nicolas Cage in it. Let me see.
Yeah, I remember seeing the commercials or the ads for that movie.
Yeah, like if you go to thispersondoesnotexist.com, it's AI generated people and they look like real people. You go through it and you're like, "Oh, that looks familiar." None of them are real, which is
So,
terrifying.
for elaboration on the ghost sighting, they were completely in white, and because my wife said it also registered that it may have been our son, and it like wrapped himself in a towel. But she said that the person was walking by with their hands over their face, almost like they were upset or something, or didn't want to be seen.
That's weird.
So, if that rings any bells out there, which apparently it already does,
That's weird.
it is weird.
Like old crazy legs being tied into the Haster shit, also being the beast of a thousand faces. It keeps changing its name. Hmm.
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably
I
a
don't know.
coincidence.
But I don't ever get really too many weird feelings in my house, like nefarious shit.
Another person dreamed they got stabbed.
That's weird.
We're on a roll. It is fucking weird.
Well, after this grimoire, I take more heed to dreams, some of the bizarre ones, because that grimoire dream is eerily reminiscent to somebody that we know. Almost, I wish I remembered the entire conversation. I probably look it up actually, but eerily reminiscent to an encounter slash dream that somebody we know had
It's weird.
after semi dabbling in the same genre of things.
Yeah, it's strange. Did I have more lights go off outside? Yeah, one day since the last night shift, I woke up and they were on again. Maybe it's the squirrels. Who knows?
I do like squirrels.
Maybe
Squirrels
it's
get a
the
bad rep, man.
squatters down the road. Who knows?
That would be high odds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is weird though. Uh Shauna says I couldn't tell if it was male or female because I only saw it walk past the corner of my eye, but I didn't get any bad vibes from it.
Hopefully she answers the right way. So it directly links into certain things. Twiz, I like squirrels. I wish I could have a pet squirrel.
What's stopping you?
The fact that I don't think you can potty train them.
Hmm. Might be able to.
Maybe. I don't know. I do like them though. For some reason, a lot of people hate them, and I don't really know why.
I did see I can't talk about anything medical, but I did see that there is a new I'm trying to think of my words here that we don't get disbanded. a new variation of a certain sort of pox down in the Congo that they are exceptionally worried about and warning people about. So I said, "Oh, it's election season. Here we go."
Yeah, I'm really not that worried about that shit. It like you said, it's that year. So chaos, projected chaos is inevitable.
Yeah, but especially when they're pre-gaming for it, like, "Hey, look out for this. Look out for
Yeah.
this."
That's what I'm saying. It's all projected. It's all I wouldn't be surprised if it's all bullshit.
Like, we were just getting geared up for the bird flu, and now I gotta worry about monkeypox.
Yeah, fuck them.
Let me
I don't
decide, like, let me figure out which one I gotta go, which one I gotta fucking deal with.
It's all chaos, man. If you haven't taken a solid look outside of late, I recommend that you don't. If you enjoy happiness.
Oh, what else weird has been going on? Those are the things that I had made note of. Antarctica anomaly or the Arctic anomaly, whatever it is, whichever one's south. Weird sky humanoids. Shauna says in the chat, I'd say more like scrubs because I thought it could have been my son wrapped in a towel because he was in the shower at the time. I remember being confused because I could still hear the water running. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, well, if it's a certain narrative that we were told. So, yep. That's what I was referring to. That's what Miss JJ was telling us a while back.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird. Yeah. Well, we definitely need to level up a whole lot fucking more.
Well, I ain't got any people in my house. I just get stabbed in my dreams.
And I'm usually a grinder and I like to level up as fast as I can.
And I
Not a very patient person.
just find crawdads in my kitchen floor.
Well, there is that. I saw, Colleen had somebody smack the shit out of her house, which
Yeah,
would be
that's weird.
terrifying. But I also saw interesting video that I would like to dive more into. I feel like I just got to find the right person because I'm trying to find names to set up an interview because it's on a subject that I know nothing of, and I'm hoping that someone out there would educate us on that subject, on hoodoo and voodoo. But I feel like getting the right person might be a little difficult because apparently there's a lot of ins and outs of it. But I saw this lady talking about how there was a girl and she was a practicing Wiccan or whatever. And she had I'm assuming this has something to do with it, although there was not much elaboration. Her girlfriend was black, but the girl tried using voodoo or hoodoo on her. And she called on dang it, I cannot remember his name. I think it's Papa Ligba. She was trying to use him to hex her, and apparently it went hardcore south for that girl. Like, she ended up losing her life over the situation. And I guess a lot of hoodoo, I think it's hoodoo, it's very lineage based. Like, that's like, some people can dabble in it, but the way that I was like reading is, if you don't have lineage, you're more or less just playing. But if you have real lineage, that's where you draw big power. And it's crazy, as I'm scrolling through this page of people who practice hoodoo and stuff, it is crazy, like, how like tight knit in that lineage it is, because they're like, it just, they make it sound like everyone in that culture practices it. It's just, they don't really talk about it. Like, they just kind of do their own thing. Like, it's very prevalent in that in that culture. Very interesting shit, though. And I would love to learn more about it in the proper context as well. Because that's one thing I hate when it comes to hoodoo or voodoo or any of it. Any type of spiritual, magic, esoteric background. I hate when it comes from like ill-prepared sources. Like, as if I want to look into, I want it to be 100% authentic. I don't want somebody putting a spin on it. I don't want a watered down version of it. I want the real thing. Tell me how it actually is, because that's what makes it so interesting. I don't want the bullshit version.
Isn't voodoo considered a religion? I'm pretty sure.
I can't speak on that. I have no idea.
I think it is. Like, I'm out of my element there too, obviously, but I believe it's considered a religion. Which, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Well, I mean, what does that really mean?
Right. But it's kind of crazy, like, listening to some of them talk, because like, one lady was explaining crossroads, like, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but she was talking about, if you ever find things, objects at the crossroads, never touch them. Don't ever pick them up. Don't even kick them. Because what that could be is someone went to the crossroads to essentially take all their bad energy that's inside them, they put it in an object, and they leave it at the crossroads. And if you touch that object, you now inherit all that bad energy.
Makes sense.
That's what I was thinking when I was listening to her. I was like, this actually makes a lot of fucking sense. I want to know more about it.
Makes you wonder why old Egress agent was trying to get us to go down to the Devil's Crossroads.
That is interesting. I didn't think about that. Because it definitely was at the crossroads. The crossroads. But that's what's funny about all that stuff. That's why I would like to be able to get inside some of these cultures, because I say the crossroads, but what if those aren't the crossroads? Because that could be the uneducated person's version of the crossroads. You know what I mean? Whereas practicing people who are thick in it, or might like listen to you say that and just laugh, and be like, be like, those aren't the crossroads. That's just your guy, like what you have heard. And I'm not saying that they are or they aren't. So don't get that twisted. I'm just saying that that's how that, information will be hidden from us. Not purposely hidden. It's just that I guess people don't really take the time to dig deeper and find the truth on these subjects. People like to skim it, or they find that one story that captivates everybody, and that becomes a representation of all of it.
It is strange knowing, like, not knowing, but hearing about the power that persists at said crossroads, and whoever was behind that email wanting us to go there at a very specific time. And I'm sure it was just some nerd, but when you kind of go out from behind it, it's a little weird.
And it would be even cooler if we could talk to somebody who has knowledge in those fields and present that email to them and be like, does this have any significance? Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Because maybe, whether it was real or not, we'll push that aside. But maybe they had knowledge of ritual or whatever. Because and it would be knowledge that I don't know and I would like to know. Because in this world, knowledge is power. Whether that be you use it or you use it to avoid certain situations.
Yeah.
And I
It's
believe that. I believe that all of it, whether it be voodoo, hoodoo, all of it. I think all of it has a light and a dark side to it. That comes down to user.
yeah. It's weird. I was gonna bring that up, Rosemary. Bone Thugs tried to warn us, tried to tell us about the crossroads.
But it's cool. It's cool to learn about that type of stuff. Like I watched one lady talk about locks, and I think somebody was asking about putting their husband's hair inside their locks, like how that holds significance, and that can be a good thing or a bad thing for the situation. Depends on what type of energy you're getting from your husband, and so on and so forth. Tattoos, from one lady on there. Tattoos are it's all blood magic. Tattoos are a form of blood magic. Because she saw a picture of a woman who got a dude's face tattooed on her face. And she was explaining how this is such a bad idea because that's a form of blood magic and it could inevitably tie you to said person. And if you think about it, you do bleed when you get tattoos.
Yeah, and they do warn you, don't tattoo anybody's name on you because you're gonna have it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, in literally, it kind of makes sense.
And around, yeah. And that's kind of where my brain was because at first you're kind of like, okay. But then you listen to her talk and explain it and you're like, I mean, I do see where you're coming from. I would like to know more. I would like to know more on said subject, obviously. But by the surface, I mean, it does feel plausible, to say the very least. I
Yeah,
just thought
I
it was
mean,
like I got stuck in it there for a hot minute today, just kind of scrolling through it, listen to each of these people talk and explain certain situations and cleansing rituals, all types of stuff. Super fascinating stuff.
yeah, especially like I feel like for us, since we're kind of just now dipping our toes in that world, like really digging in and comparing like the the lore behind it to literal meanings. Like they start to click into place, and it really you're like, oh shit, like words have intentions. What you say can be perceived as like spells, magic, because the intention goes with it. And it's a weird world.
Yeah, it's just like listening to people, which I'd like to know more about as well, explain how the English language was made by witches, essentially. That's why they call it spelling, so on and so forth. I find that interesting. I would like to learn about that because it's that you don't hear about it very often, and it
You,
just sounds cool. Like I would really like to learn about it.
you did buy a grimoire.
I did, and I am currently going through that.
How's that making you feel?
Not, I'm kind of impartial at the moment. I'm sure it's going to get a little bit weirder here real quick. I still have to write the next episode on it. Like I said, been really punched for time here lately.
Yeah, I feel that my work's been kind of crazy. Been in my head about it a lot, but we're getting her
Well,
started.
I'm the same boat. Working tins just absolutely crushes my family dynamic, absolutely annihilates it. So there's chaos. And then, Gage is back in sports again. So there's more business on top of all of it. And
Yeah.
then I got all the work for the podcast, so on and so forth. And it just, like tonight, I get home and I have dinner and I'm like, holy moly, it's 7 o'clock already. I have to hurry up and get a shower and get ready to go. And then right after shower, get in bed and repeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird how 2 hours makes a massive difference. Just upsets the harmony of things.
Yeah, especially when you get set in your ways.
Yeah.
You
It's weird. It's
make
weird how
things
people
work.
find harmony in their lives and then that one little bitty thing just makes it spiral out of control.
Gilbert in the chat says, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I used to have a book about gnomes, fairies, and such. When I thumbed through it, I got the feeling I was doing something I shouldn't.
It's interesting.
Giving them intention.
I've felt that way probably twice. Yeah, I think about twice in the entire time we've been doing this. 2 subjects researching where I got really icky feelings while writing about them. One is currently the Grimoire.
Oh, a fresh one.
Yeah, it's definitely one that definitely hit a nerve when I read that whole prayer thing and at the end where there's like, you're it feels like you're reading a spell,
Yeah,
essentially.
that was weird. What
And then
was the other one?
the other one was the Bledsoe encounter.
Yeah, shit was getting weird during that one.
Yeah, I felt like one night in particular that there were 2 beings standing behind me while I was writing. Which is weird that I specifically remember 2. Most of the time you would say it felt like somebody walked in the room or there was somebody in the room. You don't hear very often people describe 2.
Yeah, that is weird.
But I specifically remember 2 standing behind me. Or that's how I felt. I didn't see it, I didn't have like nothing touched me, nothing. It just was a odd feeling. that I had while researching that. And that was right around the time when I was hearing the woman talk to me and all that jazz. Still
Yeah,
haven't heard it. Have not heard that till this day.
like I said, that was a weird time all around. There was a bunch of stuff going on. Um, I don't know if something was trying to warn us to stop looking into what we were looking into, or if we had got the attention of something at that point that wanted to keep our attention, or what the deal was. But that was strange through and through for a good while there.
Yeah, I forget. My brain stumbled. Now I can't remember what I was gonna say. Brain fart. Oh, I hate when it does that.
We got Brittany in the chat. First time hanging out with us live. Welcome, welcome.
It's good to have you here.
I saw a theory, Twiz. I saw your little comment here. Go into each room of your house and say with conviction, you are dead, not welcome here. Go to the light. That the whole go to the light thing is not what we think it is. It's in the whole big theory of recycling souls, repurposing souls. The only way to escape it is to not go toward the light. But we have been, taught that when we die, we go toward the light. What's up is down. What's down is up. What's right is wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do because one way or the other, you're going to be wrong.
That's the weird thing about death, is that we do not know what goes on after it. We can speculate all we want. We can hope, we can wish, we can fear, but all we know is that when people die, like, they don't come back.
Yeah, unless you get reincarnated.
You get your
Or
soul
your clone.
recycled for going to the light, and then you gotta do
Or
it
your
all over
clone.
again.
Everything's just fucking bizarre.
Poking in, there's Brother John, poking in to say hi, 4 a.m, coming early. Yeah, welcome to my world.
See, thankfully, I don't have that currently.
It's about to change, though. I'm about to get flipped back to the nocturnal life.
So yeah, which will inevitably influence the way we operate.
Yeah, it will affect
But
the
that's
night
the
shift.
way of the year.
Yeah, it might work out. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. I think this year is going to be a big roller coaster for everybody.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I don't have massive positive vibes for the year. A lot of uncertainties out there. And everywhere you turn is doom and gloom.
Yeah, I used to subscribe to that, but I put all that back. I'm just indifferent at this point. Whatever happens, it's control what you can control. The shit you can't, whatever.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to say. It's harder to practice.
And I have been practicing.
Hey, more power to you.
I have been practicing.
If you can get it figured out, that's great.
Yep. You start to dwell on it, you just keep yourself down all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the other uh downside of those situations is being smart enough to realize that, like what you just said, if you keep beating yourself up about it, it's just going to keep you right there on your knees. But for some reason, you still sit there and do it, even though you acknowledge it.
Yeah. It's easy to get in that cycle. Everybody's
Oh,
been
yeah.
there.
It's hard to get out of it, too.
Yeah. Especially when it seems like something out there just keeps piling on you.
Yeah.
Everything goes wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Shitty spot to be in.
Eh, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to make it there.
Yeah, to the soul recycling plant.
Yeah, that's probably true. Hopefully, I don't come back as like a fly.
I was just thinking I'd probably come back as like a snail.
That suck too. I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like snails are just chill.
Yeah.
They just kind of go out and hang out.
Kyle said go to the light. I said don't go to the light. You guys got to decide. It's not up to us to make the decision for you.
I don't know what I would do. Presented with the option. I don't even know that I would even be able to choose.
I'd be content just going back to the dirt from which I came from.
I'm not trying to do that. That shit scares me.
Twist said if I pick, then it's my fault.
See, that's kind of where I'm at. That's when you have to have acceptance and realize you fucked up.
You just hang out in limbo forever.
That would suck too.
Oh, I was gonna do something on here that I just thought of. Gonna since we have the same like, for the most part, we got the same people that hang out in here. Gonna do something little like special for them, right? That being said, there's 65 people in here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. But I haven't started writing the episode for this weekend, and I'm kind of torn on three things here, right? So I'm gonna throw it out there and see the feedback that you guys have. There was three that I was kind of contemplating on going in on. So one is the Yuba County 5. I know it's kind of a true crimey one, but it's also got some there's weird mystery behind it. Five guys go to a basketball game, they don't come back. They find their car 70 miles off course. Whole weird thing. That's one. Yuba County 5. Two would be the Hopkinville goblins. We haven't talked about that. We haven't done an episode on that. Thinking about diving into that. That encounter always comes off strange to me. If you dig into the actual like meat of that, whatever was harassing those people in that house was enough that they shot out their windows and shot up their house trying to hit whatever the fuck was out there. So that's number two. Number three, I also thought about digging in to some weird like Walt Disney-esque conspiracies, just compile them together. There's some weird Disney shit out there. Thought about doing that one. So 1, 2, or 3. How's everybody feel about those three? What does the chat want to hear this upcoming next few weeks? We'll eventually get to all of them. You guys get to pick the first one, and I'll dive into it. They're all three that I'm kind of interested in. So we'll see. Oh, it's all over the place now. Shauna, make note of this. Start taking start keeping track because I ain't gonna be able to. The Disney one's weird. You start going down that rabbit hole. Weirdness. I'm gonna have to go back through the chat, aren't I?
I feel like 2 has it.
Yeah, there's a lot of goblins. It's just between 2 and 3. And like I said, I'm gonna get to all of them because they all interest me. It's just the one I have to get my brain in a point to where I can like focus on something because my ADHD just goes crazy.
I'm pretty
Oh
sure
yeah,
it's Destiny 2.
goblins are taking it. Goblins are taking it. That's cool because I was digging, I was listening to some stuff on that today, and man. I know it's Hellier kind of took it and kind of twisted it around into this new whole vibe, but you look into the actual specs of that case, the amount of law enforcement that was involved. Weird, weird shit. Two, three, one. I figured let you guys get involved a little bit. You always here hanging out with us on Wednesday. Time is precious. You guys still make it a priority to come here and hang out with us, and we appreciate that a lot. I think it's gonna be goblins this weekend.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. The more I look into it, it is weird. They had all sorts of people. I got to give it to them though. When you get into it, you're gonna know that those old boys out there, they did not hesitate. They saw these things, instant fire. They're just
Good for
going
them.
at it. Just going at
I
it.
don't blame them. If I saw little fucking things running around, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. Twiz, we get the Facebook chat and StreamYard too. It all pops up over here on the side. It's pretty consistent. There's a lot of twos. Threes was in the second place.
Yeah.
People love their goblins.
It's something that's always concerned me too about the high strangeness and people willing to shoot at it. Because I always have wondered and worried about influence on your decision making process. Like, what if it's making you see a goblin and in all reality, I'm the one standing at the other end of the barrel there? You know what I'm
That's something
saying? Like,
yeah.
that's fucking scary.
That has to be taken into account, especially when you're dealing with things like you don't know what effect they have on the human psyche, the human brain.
Yeah,
You hear stories about uh they can cause you to miss time. They can essentially put you under hypnosis. Like it wouldn't take a whole lot. Like hypnotists essentially can make you see things you don't see,
that's
you know,
true.
which is terrifying. Make you believe that you're not what they make you think you're a chicken or some shit. I don't know.
It's like a whole Manchurian candidate thing.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
That's something that always runs through my brain whenever, certain conversation and situations get brought up. Where I'm like, man, like I'm glad that it doesn't really seem to work out that way. Like there is some type of outside influence that does that, and at least from what we've heard so far. But
But it's
it's still got to be at least a plausibility.
yeah, especially like I said, we don't know what kind of effects, what kind of hold they have on the human brain. It's weird.
Yeah.
I had some other ones in the chamber too that I was thinking about doing. I was gonna initially do an Easter bunny encounters for Easter, but we got into the black cube so strong. I'm in it. I'm in that 100%.
It's definitely interesting.
I know everybody hated the Santa Claus one, so I was gonna go in double hard on the Easter bunny encounters.
I'm ready to see what the rest of this book has to offer.
Yeah, I'm excited
It,
about
it
it.
kind of worries me a little bit about the book though, because I feel like in my head, I want to read the rest of the book and then kind of summarize it. But I also feel like there's a lot of intent behind that book and misrepresentation of said book is probably not in your best interest.
And I know we're already in it, so we can't
Yeah,
really back out now.
right.
But this is exactly what Saturn wanted to have happen.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're
because he spent all them years researching, and then he was told you must, uh, you must start writing and putting this out there. And I just feel like a gross misrepresentation of those teachings is, like I said, probably not advisable.
Yeah. Because I mean, essentially, whether we had intent to do it or not, we kind of made ourselves a cog in this wheel. Because
Oh
now
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now we are putting out information to thousands and thousands of people. That might be giving us a little more credit than I
I
need.
was gonna say you might want to reel that back a little bit.
Hundreds and hundreds of people.
That's a little more accurate.
Which you think about it, when Saturn had Old Boy write this book, like, there's probably a reason there weren't a whole lot of pressings of this book.
Yeah,
There may only be 1,200 copies of this book in existence.
I bet that's a fair guess.
And now
It's not even close.
now we are putting it out there into the ether. It's almost like it was planned.
That's another thing that's bizarre about the whole topic is that, and I know we kind of talked about it before, uh, the fact that you can attempt a ritual, you can attempt magic and fail, not have the intended outcome of what you were doing. However, it also doesn't mean that you fail because it is possible for this book to just catch the attention of
Yeah.
by your actions, by your intentions, by your anything. You don't have to, because he wasn't like trying to get Saturn's attention. That wasn't his goal,
Which
but it
kinda
did.
makes you it kinda makes you question how important intent is. Because if he had the intent to do this to get a hold of such and such, and it failed, like, I don't know, did he not have enough intent? Like, how does that work?
Dude, but also by definition and description of Saturn's power, it says that Saturn can intervene with the workings of anyone.
Which is what he's doing with us.
Yeah. It's just it's definitely it's bizarre. It's bizarre that you could unknowingly just catch the attention of whatever and spark this whole new avenue in your life. What up, big guy?
Yeah, Eric from Uncomfortable popping in the chat. What up, bro? Hope all's good. Eric's out there making boss moves. I see he's voicing uh narrating video games and all kinds of shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I saw it in his Discord.
That'd
Making
be pretty
boss
gangster. I
moves.
love video games.
It was awesome. And I'm not ignoring you, Eric. I do have to call you back, but like we said, time has been out of this world trying to make time for anything.
Hopefully, shows up in the division.
I'm trying to remember what video game it is. I think it's yeah. Plug the video game in here real quick, Eric. Kill it with fire too. I don't know. It's about spiders and shit.
That sucks.
His sultry voice just ruminating throughout the plug for this video game.
That's awesome. Good for you, buddy.
It is. He does have a very very sultry radio microphone voice.
Yes.
Kill it with fire too. I was close. That is dope though. I saw you post the trailer in the Discord, in your Discord, and that was pretty fucking cool. I almost wore my uncomfortable shirt today.
I wear it every week.
It is ironic that the shirt says uncomfortable and it is actually a comfortable shirt.
Yeah. That's why I wear it every week. I got to beat my wife to it.
False advertising, Eric. Your shirt says uncomfortable, but it is comfortable. Hey, still video game trailers still counts.
Oh, yeah. I would be ecstatic
Still counts.
to have that opportunity. But that's about as good as it gets. Voice acting would be as good as it gets.
I did shoot back the old boy who reached out about the possible television arc, and I really sold us, let me tell you.
Yeah, but there's no response.
No, I may have overdid it. When they said big characters welcome, I was like, all right, let's get it. But we're still waiting.
It was probably just a fucking spoof, anyways.
Yeah, they probably stole my identity.
That would be the most logical explanation of the situation.
They'd give it back though, because you know what I got going on with this right here. Look at this. I look like I've just been like studying Grimoires the last like 32 days nonstop.
Hopefully you have.
I do have some weird books over here I need to get into. Kyle's already started his tracksuit collection, actually.
Yeah.
He has.
Well, we got to go. If we're going to do it, we got to do it right and get in contact with Adidas.
Yeah.
Got to be Adidas.
I mean, they partnered up with Korn. All Korn had to do was write a song about it.
And then it is a pretty legendary song.
Guess we're just going to have to start writing tasty jams.
I'm not opposed to that.
Right on, Eric. We'll be in touch, brother. Be safe. Keep killing it. Everybody go out. He's been hammering some pretty big interviews too. So everybody go support the homies.
Korn's actually working on a new album.
Maybe we can get Jonathan Davis on here since Fred Durst won't talk to us.
Thought about it. I thought about trying. It would be cool to have an all black, on black Adidas tracksuit.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty gangster. So Adidas, hit us up. I know you're listening.
And I want you guys to know we do shoot our shots with the big names, trying to get them on for an interview.
I've tried. Throw in
We've
them Hail Marys.
contacted multiple people. I threw one at Chris Jericho, threw one at Dustin Reynolds, threw one at Marilyn Manson,
Hell,
threw one at Fred Durst.
I paid Franz from Attila.
Yeah, we bought your stupid gum, Franz.
Yeah, and he didn't give us a shout out at
Your
all.
gum
Like he said he
sucks.
would.
Shout that out, you fucking nerd.
Yeah, my son ate it all.
I still got like 2 packs of it. And it's like if you took fucking zebra stripe gum, but somebody pre-chewed it and then put it back in the fucking wrapper.
That is
just-
kind of accurate description.
Just harder to chew.
Yeah. It's supposed to define your jaw.
Yeah, all it did was define him being a nerd.
That's true. It was shitty to do that, but
Yeah,
whatever.
like, buy this gum and we'll shout you out. Yeah, right.
Psych.
Stick of disappointment. That's a fact.
That is pretty accurate.
Fucking nerd. Unless he shouts us out, then he's cool.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. You're a nerd until you keep up your end of the bargain.
Tracked everything we've ever said.
Or I'm going to take these 2 packs of your shitty Jaws gum. I'm going to chew it up and I'm going to send it to your shipping address. Just a big ass wad of pre-chewed gum.
Or Osiris is pretty dope.
Yeah. Pitch Putt Puff, what's up? Just kicking it.
Chilling like a villain.
Who else we got in here? I saw Burton was in here a little bit earlier, hanging out. He's out running the YouTube game. Zebra stripe gum was good for like 2 chews.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this flavor's coming in hard, and then it just gone.
Speaking of YouTube, I love how I took all that time to make a YouTube video, and all that we got was someone bitching about it.
Yeah, why is there 2 of them here?
Like, really? Like, that's what you have to say? Like, I was so excited about that, and then somebody was just like, why is there 2 of these? I'm like, cool. Thanks, guys.
Never mind.
Thanks.
I did see that. I'm like, that's awesome.
What I should have done is just deleted the YouTube channel at that point. I should have just deleted the whole thing.
Would we really be that far out? Not really.
No. I should have just deleted it and said, ha.
Now you don't got any videos.
That's right.
Now you ain't got none at all. Don't read the comments. Twiz, I am too petty not to read the comments, and I've already decided in 2024 that I'm just choosing violence. So anybody that wants to talk shit gets to talk shit, but I have a much bigger platform to make you look like a douche.
I mean, is it really that much bigger? You said that with so much emphasis that I think you kind of misled a little bit.
What are they gonna? They gotta talk shit, post in the comments in our fucking videos.
I know. Equally as big of a platform.
Equally as douche.
Bazooka Joe. Ugh.
Yeah. You might as well just fucking chew on the comic strips.
Yeah, that's fucking accurate. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. I'm serious. If you feel the need to come and talk shit and leave us a shitty review, get ready, because everybody's gonna read it. If you feel that passionate about how much you don't like us, we'll share it with the world. With our little corner, our little niche, the paranormal community, we will get your name out there. Fucking loser.
You'll be semi-famous.
Yeah.
Being a turd. I actually heard somebody use that word the other day, and I was impressed.
Turd?
Yeah, you don't hear that. You don't hear that very often anymore. I
Oh,
say it a lot. I always say like, "Don't be a turd," but I heard somebody else say it, and I'm like, "Whoa, there's another one out there."
yeah. I somebody called somebody else a dweeb the other day, which is one I hadn't heard in a while.
I
It
love hearing.
worked.
I
Yeah.
love hearing the old cheesy comebacks.
Yeah.
I actually called a guy in Call of Duty that last time I played Call of Duty.
A dweeb?
Turd.
Yeah.
He got mad at me, ran up to me, and said, "Hey, Legion, fuck you."
Probably the same person that leaves us 1-star reviews.
Probably. But I was
And
minding my own business trying to get a challenge, and he ran up on me. I didn't realize I had my mic on. And I'm like, "What's this fucking turd doing here?" I'm like, "Get away!" And then he just ran up to me and said, "Fuck you." And I'm like, "Fuck you." And he's like, "You suck at this game." And I go, "Yeah, I know." And then he just went, and then he took off running.
Andrew in the chat says, "Why would people listen to something they don't like?" I'm pretty sure some covert groups are doing stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out why too. I just love that I sit in the corner of their tiny little brains enough to where they think they got to get on the internet and be like, "I don't like you. I don't like the stuff you do. Your old stuff's better. Sorry about you. I don't know what to tell you. Go back and listen to it because those downloads count too."
I think they're paying some channels to put out fake material to throw people off. Some group offered Merkel money to do shows that they make up. That's fucking weird.
It is weird. I believe it though.
My gamer tag is XX, lowercase, XX, capital L, EGION. EGION is lowercase. So it's like semi properly spelled. Lately, though, I've been playing The Division. So if anybody out there likes The Division.
Oh, you can blame Dylan for this, but I started playing Fortnite.
That sucks.
And I have a little bit of fun.
I did at first until I got competitive, and then it ruined everything for me. Because I was having fun playing with my son for a while. And then I started getting competitive. And then I got really mad and quit.
Me and Sarah started out, we just been playing duos together, and we started out really hot. We won like we got fucking bad the Royale in the first like 6 matches we played. So we're like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's cool when you first start because then you play with everybody that sucks just like you do. But then you keep doing better.
Now we're moving up. We're
Yeah,
getting
that's like
murked.
you play with Gage and he's like level 197 and I'm a level 3.
Yeah.
So then I go in there with people who are doing backflip, building shotgun blast, building sniper, and all this crazy shit. And I'm like, this is dumb. This is
Play
dumb.
no builds, bro. No builds.
Oh yeah, we normally do, but
No builds. Oh yeah, we want to play Helldivers, but we're not PlayStation guys yet.
yeah, we don't have PlayStations.
Oh, damn, Andrew's in here trying to bring it back around to paranormal. Have we ever had anyone tell us stories about meeting immortal people?
I don't think so,
No.
but I'm trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what else pisses me off about Fortnite? Fuck, I mean, just chaps my ass.
Here we go.
The fact that when you die, you have to wait 15 minutes to get back into another match. That's what
Mine usually don't
chaps
take
my
that long.
bullshit.
Takes a little
Count
bit.
it. Count it. Time it. 15 minutes.
And Sean, I can't add Gage if he's that high of a level. I'll never get any kills. He'll tell me I'm trash, just like everybody else does.
Huh. I'll try to check it out.
I've had a couple. It's really interesting. Look up Wolf from Paranormal Roundtable's episode on immortal people. It's fast. I've seen a lot of people talking about that. I've been kind of hanging out in some of Wolf's lives. I know he had been going hard on them, and whenever I get a extra minute, I try to just sit in there and kind of hear what he has to say. But I did see a lot of people talking about the immortal people. I was gonna ask that too, Birdie. Like, do vampires count? What?
Yeah,
Curious
define
as to how that works.
mortal. I feel like vampire would be a decent, but they're also technically not immortal. They can die. At least
Yeah,
per lore. I don't really know actually that for a factual truth, but
I've got a book on this. I thought about doing an episode on it, but again, it's more true crimey. This journalist who was looking into essentially a vampire cult in New Orleans, and she was trying to infiltrate it. Like they all hung out at these weird nightclubs and just doing all this stuff, and she eventually went missing.
well, I
And
wonder
they,
why.
yeah, because they probably drank her blood.
Yeah, whether they're real vampires or not.
Stories I've heard are people like meeting someone and then 20 years later and they haven't aged a day. That's weird.
Oh, that's strange. Supposedly gave Oppenheimer the plans for the nukes. Yeah, but Andrew, I feel like that is a more accurate description of immortal people. Like you said, meeting someone and then like 20 years later you used to meet them again and they haven't aged a bit.
Yeah, then you gotta chop each other's heads off with a sword because there can be only one.
Cool.
Love to see you guys and Wolf collab at some time or some point. Holosky and Paranormal Roundtable are my favorite 40 and Paranormal Supernatural live streams. That would be cool. I Wolf is a plethora of knowledge. Like
Yeah.
we got to meet him and hang out with him a little bit at the very first Dogman conference, and we went down there to kick it with Tony. But we essentially got to hang out with Wolf too. Like after everybody tore down and stuff, we just kind of kicked it a little bit. He has a lot of knowledge when it comes to the paranormal side of things.
I feel like he reads all the fucking time.
Yeah. It would be cool to sit down and just kind of pick his brain a little bit. I know he's constantly got a lot of shit going on. There's a whole camp out to just crucify that dude, so I know it's crazy.
Well, shit, I was gonna open the phone, but we're already at like 9:30.
Yeah.
Time went by way too fast tonight.
If you guys want if you guys want more phone time, just holler over here and we'll stop chit
Yeah,
chatting
because
and we'll open them up.
it seems like every time we open it, no one calls, and then when we don't open it, that's when everybody wanted to call.
Yeah. And we're here for you guys. If you want just open lines the whole time, we can open them up.
Oh, for sure. That's what my wife suggested tonight that we should do. Just open them right from the rip.
And just kind of play it as it goes.
We could try it next time, see what happens.
Yeah. Either people are gonna call it or not. We'll be sitting here yakking regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess I'm diving into the goblins though. That was kind of cool. Getting everybody's feedback on that. Maybe do that one night a month. Just open up.
That's not a bad
Just
idea.
do a full phone line. I was subscribed to someone that wouldn't stop talking about PRT. Do we ever hear of the Paulding light?
No, I
No.
have
Is
not.
it like a ghost light? I'm about to Google. Talk amongst yourselves. Paulding light. Sure, someone will complain that I'm Googling on the live.
Are you sure it's not a play on Spalding?
Oh, Paulding light, or the lights of Paulding, the dog meadow light, is a light that appears in a valley outside of Paulding, Michigan. Reports of the light have appeared since the 60s, with popular folklore providing such explanation as ghost, geologic activity, and the Alphabet Boys' favorite excuse, swamp gas. In 2010, Michigan Tech students conducting a scientific investigation of the light were able to see automobile headlights and taillights when viewing through a telescope. They recreated the effect of the light by driving a car through the specific stretch of the highway, US Highway 45. So they're trying to say that the Paulding light is cars on a highway.
Mm, I
Sounds
mean,
sus.
could be, but it could also be a logical explanation to something that's not logical.
There are a lot of these lights, though. The Hessdalen light, the Gordon light, the Longdale lights, Marfa lights, Brown Mountain lights, St. Elmo's fire, St. Louis light, which is not in St. Louis, interestingly enough.
I was going to say, how have we not heard about that? But it is not in St. Louis.
St. Louis light, St. Louis ghost light, St. Louis ghost train is a supposed paranormal phenomenon seen near St. Louis, Saskatchewan, Canada. It has been described by witnesses as a huge beam of white light reminiscent of a locomotive headlight.
Hmm. The only lights in our St. Louis are gunshots.
Yeah, true. True. There's one close by in Missouri or somewhere. There is a ghost light. I think that would be cool to go out there one night and just check it. That would be cool. Let's take a gander. Yeah, the Joplin Spook Light. Joplin's a pretty good drive.
Well, JJ's got a point. Steve's yard has lights. Only he would get a camera.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
No, I don't just. It's going to be the crack squatters down at the condemned house.
But at least you would have confirmation.
Yeah. Then I would go to prison for arson.
No, because they
Technically, it's condemned.
burn their own house.
Yeah, come on over.
They had the van.
Yeah,
I thought they had their van on fire the other night.
I wish. I wish. Like the town I live in is super tiny. Like it's like 8 blocks. And there was a massive police presence here. Probably the end of last week. And who were they here for? I'll
You,
give you 2 guesses.
you and Frank.
I wish. I wish. You would think if you lived in an area where people just like barely tolerate you being there to the point where you have to hang out in your old ass condemned house, you would keep your head down and stop doing dumb shit.
Nope. People don't have logic anymore, Steve. You got to remember that.
Let me see here. Did you catch Merkel's podcast with the guy that adopted Anton LaVey's daughter? No, I did not. But that
Batman, that sounds interesting.
yeah. 1666 cult. Andrew, we're in Illinois. Project Red. Hope you get to feeling better, man. Life's hit me hard. I've wanted to show up for a few weeks. Show love for the Hollow Cult and support y'all. Yeah, we're pulling for you, brother. It's rough out there
Sure.
sometimes. I know our friend Maynard's in a bad way right now. So anybody want to send some extra intent out his way, he would greatly appreciate it as well.
Yeah, we ain't seen Mater in a hot minute.
No, I saw somebody updating the Discord says he's back in the hospital. And
Ah, that's a fucking shame.
yeah, just can't catch a break.
No, he's such a good dude too.
Yeah.
Telling you this year's gonna suck.
JJ said the lights in my yard. Oh, just the lights turning on in my yard. My
Yeah, but
motion
they're
detector
caused by
lights.
gnomes, which you could have video evidence of at this point.
I don't think we're gonna see a gnome.
I do.
Squatters or squirrels? Maybe both. Hopefully,
Arguably could
this
be considered a gnome.
could I weaponize the squirrels to keep the squatters out of my backyard?
David, our storms fell apart too.
It rained super hard here for like 3 minutes on my
Yeah.
drive home yesterday.
Then it was
I was
done.
pissed, and then that was it.
Yep. Which
It
I'm thankful for because I'm not trying to have.
It's supposed to get bad tomorrow too. We're right in the middle of the big
Yeah,
cold
not
front
till
coming
the
through.
afternoon. I've been trying to get to the DMV all fucking week because I didn't know this, but the DMV ain't open on Saturdays anymore.
All of them?
All of them,
Weird.
Monday through Friday now.
I didn't think they were open on Mondays.
Yeah, well, they switched it.
Dumb.
They're closed on Saturdays, open on Mondays now.
Here we start talking about weaponizing squirrels and our viewer count just skyrockets.
Yeah. Well, they're
Maybe that's
also
the algorithm.
bitching about the DMV, and everybody can relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, how's a turd supposed to get things done if you can't make it for a week? Oh, they were always open on weekends in Illinois.
Yeah, at least Saturdays. They were open on
Yeah.
Saturdays and closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah.
Run DMV. Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. We got the fucking Batman in here spitting knowledge.
I know.
You two are seeing the connection between the old gods and the new named beings. There are two main units. The main hooded one is the leader. Kingdoms are coming together for the big event. What big event?
Well, Gregory, DMVs suck.
The big event better be the DMV
I
being
appreciate
open.
your sarcasm as well.
Fascinating stuff. Tell me more about the DMV. Ah, Gregory.
Don't be petty.
You're talking to me because I'm getting there.
No. I'm talking to Gregory.
Oh.
Don't be petty. Don't do it.
What would you like us to talk about, Gregory? What would
This
pique
is your
your
show.
interest? What would pique your interest? Please let us know. What do you think about psychedelics opening portals to other dimensions? I have stood by not necessarily psychedelics, but psychedelics is a part of a bigger umbrella of consciousness that the human consciousness has to be in connection with whatever it is that opens up other realms. I'm sold on it because people that do dabble in psychedelics, they do meditation, lucid dreaming. That's when a lot of these people near death experiences. A lot of these people have these encounters, these portals or whatever. and they encounter these beings and these things from other worlds. So I'm a firm believer in anything that can manipulate human consciousness was probably sending you there
So shrooms are like a garage door opener.
to an alternate dimension.
Yep. I feel like Dave. I feel like that's plausible. Like I said, I really want to look into that Phantoms thing a little bit more. I just got to find the freaking time.
I know they fuck around with their wording a lot. Like I saw one where it's like certain have detected ghosts, but it was like a ghost particle or some shit. I don't know. Really had me like I'm like, oh damn, they're really getting into it. But
Yeah,
then it
well, and that's why I
clickbait.
want to look into it. Yeah, because that is also the way of the world where everything's clickbait and notoriously misleading.
See you, Laura.
Also, that too, project that meditation can get you there.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Which I do believe that. I do believe that with the proper knowledge technique, I think that we can do very interesting things, but it has to like it's weird. Like cuz I believe that we have the ability to heal ourselves in many many ways. But I also believe that in order to achieve that, you have to have a level of belief in that, if that makes sense. Like, it can't be, oh, Steve told me to do this and then I'm magically healed. I don't know that it works that way. I kind of feel like you got to be committed to it in order for it to work, if that makes sense.
Kind of like yeah, like an intent thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, do you think it's dangerous or something we should mess around with? I don't have an answer for that, honestly, because we don't know what else is out there. We don't know the intentions of whatever these entities are that people see using psychedelics because it is weird to me that people encounter very similar beings on these trips, ayahuasca, DMT, whatever. They like you look into it, people are seeing a lot of the same shit. So either it's accessing a part of our brain that we've kind of locked away and it's just kind of universal in humans, or we're accessing another part of existence that we have locked out right now. So I don't know if it's dangerous or not, honestly.
I think I think it's no more dangerous than going to a new city. I think in all of it, there's good and there's bad. I think the question should be more, can you purposely avoid one or the other? Or is it just like life? Is it all, if I walk down this alley, will I find someone who's nice to me or will I find someone who mugs me?
And I mean, look at old boy with Saturn. Like he didn't have any intent on meeting up with Saturn.
Right.
And old boy was like, I heard you knocking on the door here, bud.
Right.
It wasn't the
Exactly.
door you door you wanted to knock on, but
Exactly. And you also, now I haven't finished the book and I don't know the dude's life. And by what you found, he did die mysteriously. But with
that's
all that said, so far, and I ain't advocating, but so far, it doesn't sound like he had it that bad, like one would assume.
Psychedelic trips seem to resemble near-death experiences also. That's one I always have to add in there with lucid dreaming and meditation and psychedelic drugs is near-death experiences because I feel like it puts the consciousness through something that we don't normally put it through. Like in our everyday humdrum lives, our consciousness is just kind of there. But once you get into these different things where it creates like an altered state, that's when things start to get different. Things start to get weird. Yeah, the Batman over here in the chat just rolling.
That's what I'm saying.
Just rolling. I don't know. A lot of people do dabble in it and encounter these things, and it's not nefarious or malevolent. They just kind of exist. You hear people crossing over into this realm, and some of these beings almost don't want to be seen by humans.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a crapshoot, man. Like I said, I just think it's no different than everyday life to a degree. I mean, obviously it's outside of that, so please don't misinterpret that, but I don't know. I feel the same about tarot and magic and all of it. I feel like there's a good and a dark, and it just. I mean, with that stuff, you do have choice over that, but if you're just knocking on doors, you're gonna meet some cool people. You're also gonna meet some assholes.
Some turds.
Right? Exactly. Now I don't know that for sure. Maybe they're all pricks. I have no idea, but I
That
just
that
kind of
is the
just feel
big
that way.
that is the big unknown. You know what I mean? Like you we don't know their intent. They could be completely indifferent to humans. Like like you hear a lot of people they see a human consciousness and they're like, we're not gonna fuck with that.
Yeah.
Just stay away from that.
Well, it's like when we talked about the stick people, how they most of them seem like they would be shook whenever we noticed them.
Yeah. You're just trying to get out of the light, just trying to move away from even being seen. Which there's a lot in the paranormal world that's like that.
Yeah.
A lot trying not to be seen.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're the assholes.
That's what I was just gonna say. Makes you kind of recontemplate like
Yeah.
who the scary ones are here.
Or maybe there's a pecking order. You know,
Yeah,
maybe there probably is ones that we're afraid of, and we know which ones those are. But if
aliens.
we see the lessers, we're like, well, we're gonna capture this guy, and we're gonna do a lot of fucked up things to it, just like they do to us.
Yeah, yeah. That is. I bet. Yeah, that's wild. I say like I feel like you're kind of contemplating dabbling in it as far as psychedelics go. Just be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you one way or the other. Just if it's something you're wanting to try, just be careful.
Try to learn about it. I would definitely try to learn about it first before you
Yeah.
crawl
Yeah.
before you walk.
Like the Kasserov mirror, encountering beings in astral projection, they were more concerned when human consciousness was showing up and were literally telling psychonauts to leave. Yeah, that is a weird. That was our little episode that we did at 40 was on the mirrors. And the stuff that went on when they were doing those experiments is crazy.
Bizarre.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Agreed.
Speaking of crazy, it's almost 10 o'clock, folks.
No, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, that gives me 6 hours before I have to get up, which
Yeah,
is
I got
the
10 more
worst.
down.
The worst. But for everybody that hung out, again, thank you. Like I said, we can start open the phone lines earlier if that's what people want. Maybe we'll ask that within the first 10 minutes of the show. What do you guys want to do? You want to chit chat? You want to open the phone lines? Pick your poison.
I think I'm just going to start talking about the DMV.
Yeah, he did like that.
That's what I'll do.
So, you know what he could do? Start his own show.
Valid suggestion.
Then you can talk about whatever your heart desires. Whatever you want to listen to.
This is supposed to be a casual show.
I mean,
Is what
yeah.
it is.
A.
Night shift's supposed to be just what it is.
Just chill.
Much love, everybody.
B. We make it for the people that are having fun over here. And if that's not for you, guess what? It's not for you. I don't know what to tell you. Scroll through YouTube. Find something different. Something you want to listen to. Like how to be a turd. But anyway. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry we're, like I said, choosing violence, but that's where we're at now. I'm not speaking for Kyle. And support all our friends. Uncomfortable, Burton, Pitch Putt, everybody that hangs out, tunes in. They all got the probably similar schedules to us, making it work, full-time jobs, trying to create content. Just support all the homies. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay weird, and why isn't the DMV open on Saturdays anymore? That's the real mystery that we're trying to get to the bottom of.
Agreed.